Happy Arvo, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for coming back and joining me for this here video. How horses, well, I closed it. Someone recommended I watch this. Sorry for not keeping your comment open. Anyway, How Horses Saved Humans from Snakebites. It's by Veritasium. Everybody loves Veritasium, so this is gonna be a good video.
You right to grab the back end?
Well, not at the moment.
Not yet. Gotta lock him in.
What is that thing, the snake squisher?
A scratch from this species will knock you.
Knock you down.
Knock you like Fortnite, like you get knocked?
Could kill you, or?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay.
God.
So I am
And you don't even like wear gloves? You'd think you'd have like chainmail gloves on.
back in Australia, and of course I'm reminded that everything in this country is trying to kill you, particularly snakes and spiders. And here at the Australian Reptile Park, they actually milk snakes and spiders so they can use their venom to make anti-venom and save lives. Let's go see how they.
Wow, that's fascinating. I'm gonna have to check out this park. I need to like see a video just about this place.
All right, so come
Or
on.
maybe
in there.
this
is
is
without a doubt the
what
most
this video is gonna be about.
dangerous room in the country. You're currently surrounded floor to ceiling with venomous snakes.
Oh my God. And they're not even, usually when I think of a venomous animal, they're like super bright colored and you'd easily be able to spot
And
it.
the only thing that keeps the snakes in is
Not these
those little
snakes.
locks.
Yeah, just the little locks and the thin glass.
It should be fine.
Did a snake actually do that?
Yeah. So a kid was tapping on the glass. I told him not to. His parents were like, nah, it's all good. And I'm like, don't tap on the glass. Man,
Maybe
snake
get
go.
some thicker glass.
Kid ran out with the smelling of crap. So yeah.
For real?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He went. He went screaming out the room.
No, but did he really smell like, did he poop his pants? That's what he's saying.
In Australia, we lose 1 to 3 people per annum to snake bite. Internationally, estimates.
There's one
in Australia, we lose 1 to 3 people per annum to snake bite.
Per what? Venom?
Internationally, estimates by the World Health Organization is 120,000. So not only do we have some of the best anti-venom products anywhere on the planet, but we have a federally funded anti-venom program, which means no matter who you are, you get anti-venom for free.
That's pretty
So
neat.
we'll probably play with.
Here in America, you'd have to be like, let me check my wallet. See if I can afford to live.
a big coastal taipan to start with.
Yeah.
And
As the snake is like around your neck, tightening.
So why are we starting big?
may as well.
You tell me what I need to do.
Rightio. I'm just going to grab a vial from behind you because obviously we use only the most highly scientific pieces of equipment here at the reptile park.
Got it.
So a shot glass.
Beautiful.
I didn't even mention like how horses save humans from snake bites. I have no idea where the horse is gonna come into
And
play
I might
here.
even get you to hold that for me for
Great.
a second. This is one of our big boys. Hopefully he's in a good mood. As you can see, quite a large individual.
Wow.
Now,
Well
what we're
said.
going to do
Yeah.
is pin him. Now wait. Get him up. Rightio.
God.
There you go, you hold that. I'll take that vial off you.
Okay. This feels absurd.
There we go, as you can see, he's keen on the killing. Now, snakes aren't stupid. He doesn't want to bite the jar, he wants to bite me. Thing is the target.
No
There we go.
shot.
Oh my goodness. That was a lot of venom delivered very quickly.
He wants to bite.
Yeah, they're not mucking around.
He wants to bite the finger.
Wow.
You just gotta move it out of the way right
Now,
now.
what we'll do is we'll actually give his venom glands a little bit of a massage. So what you would consider as cheeks, give them a little bit of a roll. See if we can get an extra drop or two, because every drop matters. Now, because my hand's starting to cramp up, I'm gonna put him away. So I'll get you guys to jump back for me. And this is the sketchy bit.
Yeah.
When you get him out, you got the hook. When you're putting him back, it's just who's quicker. Ready?
That's all it comes down to. You couldn't have invented some kind of thing here to like help you out.
Your hands trembling a bit?
Yeah.
I feel like there's got to be some kind of invention
Every
made
time.
to make that easier.
So how much venom do you actually need to make anti-venom?
Even his hands still tremble.
15.
15 snakes to make 1 vial of anti-venom.
Oh my God, that's unfortunate.
Venom evolved from saliva, and it's used primarily for catching and digesting prey. Each species of snake has a different venom, tailored to the specific animals they hunt. Venom was originally squirted into a snake's mouth by the back teeth. And to this day, almost 2/3 of all snakes are rear-fanged.
Now, why the rear tooth, you might ask? Well, it's because the venom gland itself is actually behind the snake's eye. So the shortest distance for a duct is directly downwards to the back end of the top jaw.
In some species, evolutionary pressures caused the fangs to move closer and closer to the front of the jaw, improving the snake's ability to catch and kill prey. While the location of the fangs was evolving, so were the fangs themselves. They started off as smooth, ordinary teeth with venom flowing down the outside, but over time, some snake lineages evolved a groove in each fang to channel the flow of venom. In some species, the groove
I didn't know it went like down the tooth. I thought it went through the tooth.
became deeper and deeper, eventually closing in to form a hollow
And it's kind of interesting how the venom doesn't hurt the snake at all.
tube.
No, it goes right into his mouth. He drinks it. He doesn't care.
And now the teeth literally
But it'll kill you.
inject venom into prey. But this is not the norm.
Oh, he said, okay, now, okay.
Teeth literally inject venom
So some do have
into
okay.
prey. But this is not the norm. Only 1/7 of the world's snakes have hollow fangs.
Ah.
But of course, almost all the venomous snakes in Australia do have hollow fangs.
Of course
so
they
we
do.
set up this macro shot to take a closer look.
This one's rolling, that one's rolling.
We're ready when you're.
I'll
press the button.
Perfect.
All right, everyone's ready? Yep.
Hold up. I thought it was only going to bite if there was a finger.
Wow. It's got like jets of venom coming out. Has this guy not been milked in a while, or?
Yeah, it's been a little while.
That ain't milk.
Not only do we have some of the most toxic snakes on the planet here, we also selectively breed them for the production of anti-venom.
Whitney.
They're bred to produce more venom than their wild counterparts. So some of our coastal taipans are producing 5, 6, nearly 7 times what their wild counterpart would. And that's just from selective breeding. You find your two most psychotic ones, you put them together, you hope for the best, and the absolute worst comes out. So keeps you on your toes.
That sounds horrendous. So you're saying that these are the most venomous snakes in the world, and then you have bred them to be more venomous?
Yeah, they're super snakes. A scratch from any of these animals could kill you. And some of these snakes are giving 4.9 grams of venom per bite, which is just stupid amounts.
We spoke to venom expert Timothy Jackson, who argued these snakes produce more venom because they are regularly milked, unlike wild snakes. Either way, the snakes in this room contain more venom than virtually any others on Earth.
We house the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and about the 12th or 14th most toxic, depending on who you talk to.
One bite
I find it interesting how humans still haven't figured out how to make stuff like in a laboratory, like the venom. You still have to milk the snake.
The 5th and about the 12th or 14th most toxic, depending on who you talk to.
One bite from a king cobra contains enough venom to kill 13,000 mice. And we know this because of a
How
study
is that even freaking
from 1979 that
possible?
tested the venoms of 25 different species of snake on lab mice. From this, we can estimate that the venom from one king cobra bite could kill around 4 humans. Though, to be precise,
One
we
bite.
have to say 4 human-sized rodents, because thankfully no one's tested these venoms on humans. And by this measure, the most venomous snake in the world is the inland
Okay. Oh my god. So the king cobra is not the most venomous.
Taipan, which conveniently lives in the middle of Australia. A bite from the inland Taipan has enough venom to kill 500,000 mice, or more than 100 humans. So, yeah, why not milk that one next?
So the next one, we're going to step it up another notch.
Bro, no shot.
So this is the inland taipan, also
How
known
could it
as the fierce snake, the most
kill 500,000 mice? I just
toxic
can't even
land snake
fathom
on the
that.
planet. These guys have the ability, with one drop of venom, to knock over 100 adult humans. So stupidly toxic. So quite a lot smaller than the last couple of animals we've used, but makes
He's
up
just hold it.
for it in toxicity. Very, very
It could
quick
bite your
and very
leg.
naughty when he wants to be. But an absolutely gorgeous pattern.
I would think that was like a garden snake.
You can grab that bit for me, mate.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab this vial from behind you.
I can't go out into the outback alone, okay?
And as you can see, he's very keen on the killing.
I'd be like, oh, it's not like bright color. It's just green and brown. You're fine. Go pick it up.
There we go.
And its
That
head
is
isn't even. It's like
extraordinary.
tiny.
the most venomous snake in the world?
Just incredible animals, aren't they?
That was quick.
Yeah, those ones make me proper nervous. I don't know about you guys, but I'm
Can you
sweating.
see the hands?
The moment I stopped doing that after milking is the day I quit.
The concept of the
This dude's out of his mind.
most venomous snake is complicated
The day I'm comfortable doing my job is the day I quit.
because snakes evolved their venom
respect that.
specifically for potency against their usual prey.
Now that thing can't be venomous.
In turn, their prey evolved
one.
resistance to their venom. The honey
Why does it have a spider web in its
badger
mouth?
prey. In turn,
Let me guess, this is in Australia too.
their prey
It's got a spider web in its
evolved
mouth.
resistance to their venom. The honey badger, for example, is almost completely immune to cobra venom. So the lethality of a bite depends on the snake, the animal that got bitten, and the amount of venom injected. The reason scientists
Whoa.
test different venoms
That venom's like Mountain Dew.
on lab mice is to get an estimate of the amount of anti-venom that would be required to neutralize a bite. Snake venom is lethal to us because we are closely related to snake's main prey, rodents. Rodents and primates split on the evolutionary tree only 75 million years ago, so we share a lot of the same biology, from the structure of our cells to the way our blood clots to how our nerves send signals.
Venoms typically target very conserved molecular pathways that exist across maybe all vertebrates or maybe even the entire tree of life in some cases.
There are 4 ways that snake venom can kill you. It can be neurotoxic, damaging to your nervous system and brain
Ouch.
by interfering with
That
neurotransmitters,
just looks like a horrible headache.
the signaling chemicals that go
Imagine dying of a headache.
between neurons. It can be hemotoxic, thinning out your blood, preventing wounds from healing and causing internal bleeding. It does this by disturbing the delicate machinery of the blood coagulation system. Venom can also be cytotoxic, attacking cells leading to severe blisters, necrosis, and cell death. It can also be
That'd be the worst.
myotoxic, destroying muscles and causing paralysis.
That'd be the worst.
The worst part is that snake venoms can contain up to 200 compounds. Most venoms contain a combination of neurotoxic, hemotoxic, cytotoxic, and myotoxic
That'd be the worst.
proteins. This is what makes snakebite so difficult to treat. It's not just one toxin you're trying to neutralize, but dozens, all working together to try to kill you.
One more. Good boy. There we go.
Oh my god. I thought his venom was
I've been
black.
at the park for 10 years this year. I've been running this facility for 7.5, 8.
Have you ever been bitten?
Yeah, so about 3.5 years ago, I got a
happened?
scratch.
He keeps saying scratch.
One finger got nicked. That was 36 hours in ICU, and 8 of those were on a resus bay.
A what?
So very, very serious.
And what was that experience like?
Yeah, that was crappy. As it turns out, I'm highly allergic to anti-venom, which is not ideal. I started swelling up. Looking
That is not ideal at all, especially for this guy's job. There's no way. Maybe that should have been the day you quit, man. When you found out you're highly allergic to the anti-venom.
like the elephant man. So then they whack you with adrenaline to cancel out the anaphylaxis, and then
Where do the horses come into play?
they have to give you more anti-venom, more adrenaline, more anti-venom, more adrenaline, more anti-venom, more adrenaline, and thankfully I only needed the one. But it was like the best case scenario. So he didn't chew, he didn't bite, but literally just a scratch.
So what
Wow.
is antivenom exactly, and how was it invented? In
no idea.
1870, a British military doctor, Edward Nicholson, was stationed in Burma. And as he watched the local snake handlers, he noticed something strange. They would, from time to time, deliberately get cobras to bite them, in what he considered a form of tattooing. Nicholson reasoned that they were intentionally exposing their bodies to the venom to develop an immune response. He observed
Dude, some people are so badass, especially like back in the day.
that the older snake handlers were less affected by accidental bites than the younger ones. So this dangerous practice seemed to be paying off. 20 years later in Saigon, a French medical researcher named Albert Calmette was vaccinating local residents against smallpox. When he became aware of the threat posed by cobras, He wondered if it was possible to make a vaccine for snakebites. Back in Paris, he tried injecting rabbits with a tiny amount of cobra venom, starting with just 0.03 milligrams. But each week, he injected the rabbits again, slowly increasing the dose. And after 8 months of this, the rabbits were receiving 35 milligrams of cobra venom at a time. That is 15 times the normal lethal dose in rabbits. But they were still perfectly healthy. The rabbits' immune systems had developed antibodies to neutralize the venom. So you can be vaccinated against snakebites just as you can against disease. But who wants to be vaccinated against all different types of snakes?
But why don't they don't need to shoot you up 50 times for 6 months
Just in
anymore.
case one bites you. It would be better,
And that's different than something you take afterwards.
that reasoned, if you could administer antibodies after a bite.
Oh, so maybe I should just let him talk.
So he drew blood from a venom-resistant rabbit and isolated the serum, which contains the antibodies. Then he injected it into another rabbit that had never been exposed to venom. When he subsequently injected it with twice the lethal dose of cobra venom, the rabbit was just fine.
Wow.
Immunity had been transferred from one rabbit to another. This was the first anti-venom, or as the Frenchman Calmet called it, anti-venin, which is why my phone always makes that autocorrection. To this day, antivenoms are made in much the same way. At the reptile park, they collect and freeze the venom. It's sent off to be diluted and injected into a donor animal, usually a horse. Horses are
No way.
used because of their size. After increasing the dose over a period of months, the horse builds up immunity to the venom, and then its blood is drawn and the antibodies are isolated. Only the plasma is taken, the red blood cells are
Hey, I used to donate plasma too.
returned to the horse. Those horse antibodies are the life-saving antivenom.
It's horse blood. That's what anti-venom is. Horse blood.
Antivenom works for the same reason venom works, because of our shared evolutionary history with other mammals. The antibodies produced by horses are very similar to the ones produced by humans, so they bind to toxic compounds and neutralize them even in our bodies.
Wow.
But this way of making antivenom has downsides. Collecting the venom is dangerous, many donor animals are involved, and some people are allergic to antivenom. Scientists are now exploring the possibility of producing antivenom using genetically modified bacteria. They would produce the specific antibodies needed to neutralize each toxin in a venom. But for
Okay, but I'm not going to be the test dummy for that.
now, this is the way antivenom is made.
How's your arm? Yeah, it's a bit sore. The shoulder's a bit tender.
The work
Why? Did something happen
Zach
to him?
and others like him do
Or just
saves count.
I'm a little confused. Or is he talking about because he got bit? Like a year ago?
The work Zach and others like him do saves countless lives all around the world.
If you're up here for fame and fortune and, oh, look how tough I am milking snakes, you don't last long. You get chewed on and you go, oh, this is not for me. If you're up here because you love the animals and this is an opportunity to not only work with the animals you love, but to actively be a part of saving lives. Like, I'm not smart enough to be a doctor. I'll put that out there straight away, but I can swing a snake pretty good.
That guy's cool.
Hey.
So, do they ship those antibodies everywhere to everywhere in the world, or is that just for Australia? Because I would not be surprised if if we need the Aussies, a bloke like that guy is the one making all the anti-venom. You know, I don't know anybody doing that here in America, milking snakes. Thank you, Australians, and to the horses for doing that for us. And, well, thank you for watching, mates. That was a fantastic video. I love Veritasium. Go check him out. You know, he's just a small channel with almost 13 million subscribers. He's been making YouTube videos for forever, and he is fantastic. He's a legend. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope to see you here again tomorrow, because there will be another Australian reaction tomorrow and the rest of the week. Wow. Happy Arvo, and have a good night, guys. Goodbye.